Hello and welcome back to the Chromecast of the Rising Moon. My name is Elaine, and on this channel I do yes and no tarot, I do active magic, candle magic tarot, I do predictive tarot, I do astrology reading tarot, and I also do the Spirit Guide Weekly Divine Guidance Messages. What do your Spirit Guides need you to know this week? And the date range is October 26th, 2020 through November 1st, 2020. We continue to keep powering through 2020 at a brisk pace. We're going to have a pick a card presentation with 4 piles. All of the candles have been anointed with a specific conjure oil. Really quickly, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. It really does help the channel. But in the 4 piles, there's pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. All of the candles have been anointed with a specific conjure oil. I will go over that at the time of your reading. I don't like it to influence your decision. There's going to be timestamps in the description box down below and an insert in a moment so that you can kind of concentrate, see which one calls out to you. Remember, they are all anointed for different areas of life with a primary focus, so you can pick more than one, but see which one calls out to you, and that's the message you're most meant to receive this week. Also, I was a guest on a paranormal podcast called Paranormal Karen. I'll be dropping a link to that in the description box down below in case you ever wanted to know more about what I do. That's about an hour-long interview, and Karen Rontowski and I had a really good time doing it. Thanks so much for having had me on, Karen. So there's going to be an insert in a moment. Concentrate, see which one calls out to you, ignore whatever's happening with my dogs, and I'll see you at the time of your reading. Hello and welcome back. If you chose candle number 1, pile number 1, then this is your candle, this is your reading. And your candle was anointed with psychic cleansing oil. Psychic cleansing oil is excellent to use when you kind of feel like you've encountered kind of murky energy, difficult energy. It's I use it in a lot of energetic healing spells as well. It can be used in things like bath soaks in order to try and lift and clear the energy around your chakras, particularly your third eye. It also helps clear any blockages. So your candle is black because black is actually a very protective color. Hey, let's get going with your oracle cards. We've got a plethora of them once again. And let's start with the Wandering Woods, which is growth. The tallest oak once started as a seedling. Don't be afraid to start something new. That sounds like new beginnings coming. Remember, Samhain and Halloween and Dias de los Muertos are the October 31st and November 1st, and I believe 2nd. The veil is thinnest, best time to kind of contact your ancestors, tap into your spirit guides. Don't forget that is coming up. I don't have any plans for Halloween because I'm going to be trying to talk to the other side. All right, I have Talisman from the Enchanted Map with Spirit of Place. Very interesting. Don't be defined by the past is part of that. You do have the ability to kind of determine the energy in the area that you're in. So if you're, depending on your home, your office, you don't have to kind of go with the vibe of a place and the things that have happened in the past. It is very much you set your energetic vibe, and then talisman is like, as a, for instance, this is a talisman. Talismans have particular meaning. It's usually an object, but it doesn't have to be. People can talk about having a scar or something as a talisman or a reminder of a particular time or a particular accident. We have from the the Dark Mirror, Parasite. This is self-reliance, basically. The Dark Mirror kind of points out our shadow aspects that we're being asked to kind of confront and work on. And everyone has to do shadow work. Everybody has kind of something dark and a little bit monstrous lurking within. We are all in a fight trying to overcome our lower selves to become our higher selves. I also have gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. While we're working on that, 2020 has been a little challenging in that area. Family, friends, and guides from the Quantum. Excellent card for this particular week with planning and action, of course. Sincerely, it's a really good time to do something like take a spiritual bath, energetically cleanse your home. Again, this is the 31st. And if you are interested in tapping in and trying to contact your guides or your ancestors are particularly available to us on Samhain and on Dias de los Muertos. It is because the veil is thinnest and you should be able to more easily receive messages from the other side. I also have make necessary sacrifices. Well, poo. And then you are never alone. I'm not sure how I feel about that when we're talking about the veil being thinnest, but truly we are never alone. We are surrounded by energetic squads, essentially. All right, this is the Dreaming Way bringing us the predictive spread. What do we got going on here? Playing in action, make necessary sacrifices. Okay, we'll find out. I have Temperance in reverse. That is a card for impatience. It can also be ill health. Temperance in the upright is a card of robust physical health. It is patience. It is moderation. It is balance. It's also the card for Sagittarius. Okay, and it comes out with the, all right, the Hanged Man in the upright. And then I'm going to go with that in the reverse, in the Five of Pentacles for the foundational card. It can kind of go either way. It's the foundational card, and you might be feeling like deprivation. You might be feeling lost, and you might kind of feel as if you're left out of things, which would be a very understandable energy at present. Queen of Pentacles in the upright with the Four of Cups in reverse. I like that. That's new opportunities coming in. It's also sometimes something that you think you missed out on returning to you. The Queen of Pentacles is, of course, that kind of like having it all, a secure home, a secure job, emotional security, and balance. But it does, according to some of the other cards, look like it's been a bit of a struggle. I have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. In the short-term outlook, this is the Psychic Cleansing Oil, huh? Interesting. I have the Six of Pentacles in the upright. The Star in the upright, that is Psychic Gifts. Really auspicious card to get right now. The Hermit, this is often withdrawing into self for spiritual teachings and learnings and kind of, again, it's that isolated energy as well. I have the Four of Swords in reverse. That is coming out of a period of stasis with the King of Pentacles in the upright. The Page of Cups in the upright. I have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Start of a new cycle. All right, I have the Three of Cups in reverse. That is that, now that can be a false friend, among other things, with the World in reverse, or it can simply be isolation. Boy, the cards are just coming out in a very interesting manner. Seven of Cups in reverse is essentially something being clarified and made reality. It's bringing something down to earth after things have been kind of up in the air. With the Four of Wands in reverse. The Chariot in reverse, bringing a relationship to an end, huh? All right. And then I have the Tower in reverse. Well, that makes that sense. You may have had a relationship. It does not have to be a romantic relationship. We hear relationships, we automatically think romance. It does not necessarily have to be. With the Eight of Swords in reverse, that's great. That is freeing yourself from self-doubt. It does look that, I like the Tower in reverse. That is a new beginning. All the ground is cleared. You have wide open possibilities ahead of you. But it usually does come after loss. After sometimes the Tower is also divine intervention. Okay, I have the Hierophant in the upright. That is the card for Taurans. It can also be universities, mentors as well. It can be faith. It can be spirituality. It used to be the Pope. King of Wands in reverse. Boy, they're coming out really easily this week. There we go. I have the Eight of Cups in the upright, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and Ten of Wands in reverse. Prepare. Apparently, there is movement in an area of life that kind of brings to you a sense of increase with the Six of Pentacles in the upright. I like this. What else have we got going on here? There's a lot about makes necessary sacrifices. The Hanged Man is also about a sacrifice. I rarely read it that way, but in combination with this, you may have to sacrifice something. It looks like, gosh, it looks like you're being asked to, sacrifice some time working on something in order to kind of contemplate things, withdraw in family, friends, and guides. It looks like a sacrifice of some income with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, some progress as well. You may have to understand that there is something that is developing that needs your attention more than kind of a pet project that you've had going on. The King of Wands in reverse is, particularly with the Hierophant in the upright and the Eight of Swords in reverse, I actually like that. You're just at the beginning of making something happen. It is likely a creative idea. It does look as if you're going to be, this is a strange energy. And I'm sorry to hesitate, it's just that what's about to come out of my mouth is why. It looks like there is the sacrifice of a relationship in your life next week. That you are likely going to accept that there is a definitive ending to a relationship with someone. It may be an earth sign. I have earth sign energy all over the place. It does not have to be. But it does look as if there is maybe a friendship or a relationship that has run its course. And that you have been you are never alone. You're going to be feeling, I wonder what's going on here. Gratitude and then parasite. I think you're releasing somebody next week, and I do think it's a person. I think it is somebody who has been in your life for kind of a long time. It is a relationship that has come to an end and that there is no way to carry it forward. I don't think that's a bad thing. In fact, it looks like it's overall a very good thing and will bring to you greater happiness, more freedom. There's action being taken. This is an interesting read. I actually want to get some energy cards on this because it's a little all over the place. It looks like you're letting somebody go from your past. It may be a working relationship. And you're moving into an energy where you have kind of set the energetic stage to receive more. And it will come to you, but first you have some work of your own to accomplish. So part of the sacrifice it looks like you're being asked to make is to dedicate your efforts to something a little bit more practical. At first I thought it was work, and I don't think it is. I think that actually, I wonder if it's actually Halloween. 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Yes. Okay. So group number 1, it looks like you are going to sacrifice the concept of going to a party for Halloween in order to do some spiritual work. That is the Hermit in the upright. It does look as if you've been trying for, several months now to kind of hone some gifts, to be able to have better discernment. That is the Star in the upright as well. That is your third eye being opened. That is seeing clearly. That is having free-flowing intuition. It comes over the 6 of Pentacles in the upright, which is kind of a good balanced energy. So, and of course, nobody's going to like me for this part. Planning and action, family, friends, and guides. Okay, for psychic cleansing oil, of course, you are being asked to energetically prepare and kind of do some work on what is kind of a significant spiritual time right around the 31st and the 1st. And by the way, if you're like, hey, no, 2020 has blown chunks, I'm going to a Halloween party, that's fine. November 1st has a lot of the same energies, and in fact, in several belief systems, the veil is considered to, and it is the full moon, so there is a moon cycle. You can also work on November 1st instead. Appreciation, community, hostilities, patience, angel of balance, healer of the ages, and strategy, the thinking man and journey. Interesting. Interesting. There is an energy here. I guess it's possible that you are going to have a friendship end. That you're going to have a friendship end. Because that's also an energy here. So there looks like there's a potential disagreement with a friend, potentially at a party. So just be aware of that. I'm not saying, avoid the interaction. Just that there's very strange energy around kind of somebody being a little accusatory towards you. Questioning potentially your motives. And this is hilarious because, in my little empath nation, most of us have a tendency to be almost on the side of being a workaholic. it looks as if somebody like accuses you of not working hard enough on something additionally. Does appear to cause you quite the, you're angry. It does make you angry. It does also appear as if you're being asked not to react, to let it go. The person doing that is simply ill-informed. And you also are being asked to actually take some time off of work and do something diverting. And then also to energetically balance in order to connect with your guides better. You are never alone. Parasite. It almost looks like you're going to be accused of taking advantage of somebody. All right, let's go. I'm going to grab Wisdom Oracle, then I'm going to do the Romance Angels, and I'll close it out. This is Unfinished Symphony, Work in Progress. Okay. There's a continuation on something as well. It's looking like an interesting week. A change in the wind. Now the Tower in reverse is more of a managed energy with soulmates. All right, there's more to come in a relationship as well. It's funny, I don't have much of anything on that except with the King of Pentacles, which again, that I've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So you may in fact hear from somebody who is, there's potentially a soulmate. You deserve love. You are lovable. I don't think it's a romance week, though. I just don't. Change in the wind. Unfinished symphony. An ongoing process. We have reconciliation. Codependency. Unrequited love. All right. So unrequited love is always a difficult. Does it always mean? It has multiple meanings, and one of the meanings is, hey, you're into somebody who just doesn't return the feeling, and it's not a judgment of you. It just doesn't happen for everybody. But with codependency and unrequited love, here's the problem. Codependency isn't actually love. It's dependency, and so it is kind of reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning. Let go of control issues and true love. This is a very strange pull on that. Empaths struggle with codependency. When you feel other people's feelings so very deeply, they become sometimes way too important to you. It does look with that unrequited love card that you have not been feeling loved by somebody who, since there's a reconciliation energy around it and a true love card with it, it doesn't appear as if it's an unrequited love. It's just something that has not taken that shape and form in this time and place. And will it ever? It's hard to say. That's hard to say. I think so, because it's coming out with multiple cards that, you know, true love is, can true love be the love of a best friend or family? Of course, 100%, but it normally isn't reflected that way. And the cards are about, you know, this is the romance of a lifetime. So it's usually about a romance. So group number one, your psychic cleansing oil, it looks to me as if, and I shouldn't be so surprised, because we have that twin flame connection group that also shows up in my collective. There is a possibility you will be hearing from that person. It looks pretty brief. It looks like just like a little bit of a flare to me versus any kind of deep communication, and that you might actually feel just kind of a little slighted by that. Try not to. They've got something going on as well, that rebuilding energy. And this is, again, if you don't have a twin flame and you're not in a relationship and you're not in separation, this part of the message just isn't for you. So other parts, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But for my twin flames, it does look as if your person is resolving something as well, and that you may hear from something from them, but it's just like this. There's more to come there. There's more to come there. Don't look for that to develop into anything. And we've been getting that for a while as well, which is a kind of a relationship or a friendship returning and developing in something as time passes, and everybody involved heals from codependency, because twin flames often have mirroring issues. And again, if you're not codependent, then this doesn't describe you, and please don't be offended. It is not actually an insult. It is a toxic relationship dynamic that often forms because of formative damage, And empaths are particularly prone to it. And the other thing about, the thing is, empaths aren't like somehow perfect and always the victims of predators. We can grow up in terrible atmospheres and learn and need to unlearn bad relationship dynamics. God knows I did. I grew up in a very, very, very violent home. Like, sincerely, not even going to describe it, but my first memories are terrible. And my parents did divorce, and so that actually helped. But I had to unlearn a lot of, I hadn't ever been taught good relationship dynamics. And I used to be very hard on myself about that because my 20s were interesting, but I was very dedicated to trying to become a better person and a better partner, and I worked on it. And you can change as much as you try. You can change as much as you determine. Change is just a series of choices and holding yourself to them. So anyway, there's some stuff going on in that pairing where everybody involved is trying to get that little bit healthier. And that is not to say you're sick, just that in order to have a good, nourishing, happy relationship that does not have codependency in it, you have to heal first. And you have that temperance card in reverse as the signifier. You're still healing, and you have some work to do apparently around contacting your guides in order to tap in and continue to develop some psychic gifts. And this is the perfect week to be doing it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and I will see, oh, if you'd like to book me for a private reading, there's going to be an insert in a moment with all the information on how to contact me. My website has all my prices. I'd love a chance to read for you in real life, and I will see you next week. Have a wonderful Samhain, have a wonderful Halloween, have a wonderful weekend. Remember, it's a magical time, and it's the full moon too. Welcome back. If you chose candle number 2, pile number 2, this is your candle, this is your reading, and your candle was anointed with evil be gone. This is one of the things that can be used in energetic clearing and in curse breaking spells, and I just felt like using it because I've been doing a lot of energetic cleansing over the last few weeks just to try and get rid of any like residual energies, because I'm, you know, as you enter into a very important ritual time around Halloween and Samhain. I am going to be trying to do some meditation and things on Halloween, and so I wanted to make sure that I was very energetically scrubbed up, and that is part of the reason that I have that as well. And it is something that can be used in curse breaking. That oil is from Art of the Root. I am not affiliated. I have Rescue from the Enchanted Map with Stormfields. Okay, let's go Stormfields and Rescue then, because that'd be good. All right, we have Trust. The robin trusts her wings, not the branch she sits on. Have faith in you. You have a great track record. Naked before the stars. Oh, that is a starting over energy. It's also trying to confront that which it was in. This is the dark mirror. It's about the shadow work we all need to do. Abundance. I'm a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Really good manifesting energies around us right now. We have Deserving from the Quantum Oracle, and then New Beginnings. Yeah. All right. All right, Wake Up Call. Yeah. And Make Each Day Count. Okay. All right. That's, you know, asking you to put in some effort. I do like the Deserving and a New Beginning. We've been healing from things, and hopefully, because this is my little empath collective, hopefully we've all been growing and healing as well, and new things will be coming to us. 9 of Cups in reverse. That can be a disappointed energy. It can also be a delayed wish fulfillment. It can also be the need to be very realistic in a situation. Let's go. What else do we have? I see. You're coming out. We have the Page of Swords in the upright, with the 9 of Swords in reverse, which is where I want to see it. That's the Moon in reverse. It's a card for clarity. That's in the recent past. I think you have been facing up to a difficult situation. You are trying to have greater trust in the process, apparently. One of the things that, and all readers have essentially their own collective, mine seems to be uniquely traumatized by some, and I'm not laughing at the trauma because God knows I went through it too. This is the Lover's card, the card for Geminis in the upright. That can be also being whole within. 10 of Cups in the upright, yay. Fool in reverse, that is starting over again. The 10 of Cups, of course, is the card for miracles. It is also the Happy Family card. It can be about gatherings, but it is also simply a joyful energy. With the Emperor in the upright. The Emperor can be the card for Aries, but it's also that feeling of power. It's in the upright, so that's the right orientation for it. 8 of Cups in reverse. 4 of Wands in reverse. With the King of Pentacles in reverse. And then the Devil in the upright. Oh dear. So that's not the world's best energy overall. The end of a relationship with somebody who is... That doesn't look like the best human. That's the evil begone energy. 3 of Pentacles in the upright, the World in the upright. You just flipped. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Work going in on some insecurity. 9 of Pentacles in the upright. Independence. It's also abundance. You do have another card for abundance as well. I have the Empress in reverse. No, beg your pardon, that is the High Priestess in reverse. That is clarity as well. It's 2 cards for clarity. Around apparently a very difficult relationship. That can also be the card for addiction. It can also be the card for codependency. The King of Pentacles in reverse, I frequently see as kind of a depressed person. There's the Empress in reverse. Innovative solutions are available to you. This can also be, like, it can be a lazy energy, but I hardly ever see that with my collective. I have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, unless they're asking you to be. Like, maybe it's time to knock off a little bit with the Page of Wands in reverse. New beginnings, deserving, make each day count. Wake up call. Okay, 2 more times. I just want one more card. Thank you. With the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Well, that's a good way to end this. Okay. So here's something fun I hardly ever get to say. It looks to me as if there is at least someone here who's going to be, and scenarios repeat, and it is a general energy reading, so it can't hold true for everybody. Somebody who is being paired up in a very happy fashion. It does look as if this has been a primarily electronic relationship, but it's moving into the 3D. Starting over again, it's going to kind of bring you back to a more passionate energy as well. And then additionally, and somewhat separately, I have the energy of kind of like creating more energy, more room around actually leisure. Like not just pushing through. You're blocked on trying to achieve something that is about material gain. You've been working very hard on it, but it hasn't brought to you the rewards that you want yet. And you have heard this message over and over again, but you don't actually heed it. And that is that you need to do more things that are about having fun. Celebrating life, making each day count. New beginnings as well. I have somebody starting a relationship. Now it could be with Capricorn because that's where the Devil card is as well, with the King of Pentacles in reverse. That's kind of a double earth sign type of energy. So it could be with you're ending a relationship with a Capricorn, but I don't think so. I think it's the end of a relationship with somebody who is very punishing. It was very punishing. And it does look as if there is opportunity to begin moving on. I think you're really reluctant to do so, and it's not because of this person, but rather that you just... It looks to me like it took some work to extract yourself from a difficult relationship, and you're not anxious to get into another one. Contract, hostilities, that end of a relationship energy. The other thing that I have present in my collective is frequent references to a dissolution of a relationship of some duration, and that there is a lot of kind of work that goes into that, and that somebody was badly emotionally injured by it. Goddess of the Moon, and then the Thinking Woman, with a woman holding a coin, 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, and Angel of Strength. So in that dissolution energy, there has been a lot of negotiating that if it hasn't happened yet, it will. And it's not a bloodless affair. I do have like you triumphing, the person watching this reading, and the person that you have been essentially offloading from your life for a while. They're not going to win. They're not going to win. You're going to win. Wheel of Fortune in the upright, but it's draining and it has caused you some grief and some pain and some anger. And one of the ways that you're supposed to be dealing with that, and you're not, is trying to have more fun. And I'm not scolding you. Oh my God, I'm such a workaholic. And sincerely, it's almost impossible to pin me down to do anything fun for like, almost everything I do has some kind of like, work connotation to it. And that's simply because I really like what I do. And then it's also just where I am in my particular life. And these cards are saying to people in similar circumstances, listen, this is not a pace that you can keep up. You need to make sure that you're not balancing your life out enough. It contains too much of one thing and not enough of anything else. However, since I've got multiple scenarios on this group, the new relationship that is forming, I think one of the things that holds you back, and that, by the way, like the devil can be the card of alcoholism or drug addiction, is a prior relationship that may have damaged you with somebody who has some issues. And you're very, very reluctant to commit again. You don't have to. You don't, like true love, okay? Very soon. If there's unrequited love with honeymoon and children, keep an open mind. Your past relationships in which I don't think it's just that you didn't feel loved. I think towards the end you genuinely weren't. Like, and you know it. The person who you were with was not treating you with anything approaching kindness any longer. And you're not willing to get back into those waters. You have someone who would like you to. Like there's somebody who wants to kind of start forming a bond with you. And here's the thing, I don't think you will. I don't think you'll consider it. And this is not, like we've got multiple things going on here. There's somebody who's beating something, things are going to work out. And then additionally, there is another group that you've got somebody who's like trying to make overtures towards you, and you're just shutting that down tighter than a banker's conscience. You will not, you just won't even entertain the idea because of your past with a person who appears to have been not the world's best. And the damaging, yeah, 10 of Cups in reverse with the Page of Swords in the upright. You're like, you won't even consider it because of your past. You don't have to. People don't have to be paired up. The Sun in reverse, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Swords in the upright, pardon me, there we go. The only reason it's being brought up is that you apparently, like, it's really difficult to get you to do King of Pentacles in reverse, to do almost anything that is not responsible. Like, and don't get me wrong, it's very important to be responsible, but you're not, it's making your worldview, like, very, very limited. And it's part of what's keeping you from healing. 4 of Pentacles in reverse with the High Priestess in reverse. Does that mean that, like, oh God, wait, I have to go out on a date? I don't want to. No, you don't. But what you do need to do is sincerely be around other human beings. And, like, I understand COVID and we're still socially distancing, and it's okay if it's Zoom meetings. It's okay if you're, like, taking walks with your mask on. It's okay. You're 2 you're not healing because your idea of healing is I will now keep everybody at an arm's distance. So group number 2, that was interesting. In order to shed the residual damage from a prior relationship, you need to be just a little bit more open to interactions with other people. Because what was there is if anybody even starts to flirt with you, it's like they've just died in terms of how much like you will interact with them. Like you're not just closed off. You're like, I will be in my bunker if you need me when it comes to like potential interactions with you. You're not letting anybody win, okay? You're not letting anybody win, but you are keeping yourself in solitary confinement because of too much damage and too much pain in the past. And your guides would just like you to continue to work on, if you don't want to date, you do not have to date, but please try to socially interact more and work a little less. And in terms of the people who are trying to flirt with you and suddenly they feel like they've just committed a tremendous social faux pas, you don't need to do anything about that. You don't need to entertain the flirtations of anybody that you don't want. But your guides are calling your attention to it to just maybe soften those blows just a little bit, because you really do, it seems, freeze up colder than the thing that sank the Titanic. Whenever anybody tries to be a little flirty with you. And sometimes people are just trying to be friendly and trying to let you know that they find you appealing as a human being. And you don't mean to, but you're making them feel like they've done something wrong. When the origin story on the wrong is that devil in the upright, somebody did you dirty. And you're having a very hard time allowing anybody in. And the moment that somebody tries to cross into that land, essentially you become devoid of any human warmth because you don't want to encourage them, and you don't need to. Take as much time as you want to heal, and you don't ever have to go out with anybody again if you don't want to. All your guides are asking you to do is to look at the behavior, because the person who hurt you knows. They know that you are that closed off. And it gives them a sense of power. And that is not to scold you for anything. It is just a reminder that you can flirt and not have it lead anywhere. Or you could have exchanges and not take it anywhere you don't want it to go. But the person who hurt you knows you live essentially as a monk. And it gives them a feeling of power over you. They're wrong. They should be really scared of you on many levels, because you have a deep and dark fury for them. Understandably. All your guides are saying is that you've taken an extreme measure in trying to cure all. You've taken an extreme measure in trying to avoid another instance like that. That will never happen again. You're not going to let it. And the person who hurt you, they're sinister enough that they take pleasure in knowing that you isolate yourself because of them. And that's, if nothing else, they're asking that you examine that to try and heal it a little bit more, because that galls you. It galls you that person who doesn't have any power over you in any way interprets it as them being powerful rather than them being wrong. That's it. They think that they've got this power over you rather than understanding they did something unconscionable. I'm not saying show them. I'm saying, and they're saying, show you. You're safe with other people. You will keep yourself safe. Have a little bit more fun. And that's all they're talking about. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this reading, please hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe, please. If you'd like to book me for a private reading, there's going to be an insert in a moment with all the information on how to do that. My website is in the description box down below, and it has all my prices as well. I hope to see you again next week. Have some fun. Have some fun. And remember, it's okay to react to somebody flirting with you. It doesn't have to go anywhere. It doesn't have to go anywhere. Half the time people are just trying to tell you that they think you're really neat and they think you're really appealing and really attractive and really special. And without meaning to, you're kind of a little bit punishing that person for what the other person did. Just try to open up a little bit more. You don't have to be flirtatious. Just recognize the origin of the reason that you're being closed off. Okay. Thank you so much. I will see you next week. Welcome back. If you picked candle number 3, pile number 3, this is your candle, this is your reading, and your candle was anointed with a gypsy shield. This is a protective type of conjure oil. Frequently, and like I didn't name it by the way, but it is about protecting your, essentially, your power, your assets. It is also having a cloak of protection around you. It's a little bit magical protection, and I did anoint a green candle, which is, oh, Dragon's Lair. Okay, I have cleaning house, okay. I've been trying to like offload some like possessions and things to downsize just a little bit, just to make life a little easier. Dragon's Lair is, that's that, you know, proceed with caution. Don't throw away things don't cast out anything, and you don't have to be doing something literal as I am. Just make sure you're not throwing out the proverbial baby with the bathwater. It looks like you've been making some changes, and maybe you're making just a few too many. Maybe slow your roll on that. Dance. Allow yourself some fun each day. Boy, this has been a message already this week. Just as the sun dances with the moon each night. There we go. Blinded to pain. Ugh. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life, the vast universe, your higher self. Take the lead, and death is an illusion. So, Samhain, Halloween, Dias de los Muertos is on November 1st as well. Pardon my really not very good Spanish pronunciation. So the veil is very thin. That is what that death is an illusion refers to. Blinded to the pain is essentially trying to live in an energy of denial. Humor, that can be a defense mechanism. Hey, listen, it's important in the as we are headed into a very important spiritual time. One of the reasons that, like, one of these has evil begun, the other is psychic cleansing oil. This is a protective one. Part of the reason I did that is as you go towards the time where it is, you can make some very great strides in your spiritual growth on Samhain and Halloween, and again November 1st and 2nd. It's important to try and heal and release any darker energies. The full moon is very good for releasing. It is the full moon in Taurus. It is also a blue moon on Halloween. Here we go. There we go. I have the 9 of Wands in the upright. That is a good boundary card. It's the Wounded Warrior card as well. Okay, I have the Empress, and that was in reverse. I get that all the time. And it doesn't, the Empress in reverse can be about gluttony and like laziness and all kinds of very, very negative things. And I rarely see it that way, partially because it's incredibly rare that like any people from my collective or people who come to me for readings are anything other than incredibly hard workers. I have the 5 of Pentacles in the upright, but it can be about indulgence and a little bit too much of it. So be careful with it. I'm more likely to see it as the need to be innovative in your solutions. You coming too? All right, here we go. I have I have the Lovers in the upright. Sorry, there's 3 figures on that. I have the 2 of Pentacles in the upright. This is the Golden Tower, bringing us the predictive spread. I have the Page of Swords in the upright. 2 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles is that victimization card, that feeling like a victim. It can also be actual poverty, being left out in the cold and being isolated, feeling like you have no one to turn to. But I have the 4 of Pentacles in the upright, which is a good, secure, it's the Miser's card as well. Make sure you're not living in a poverty mindset. The Fool in reverse, just that's a reminder to take accurate stock of your misfortunes, essentially. Make sure that you have think everything in perspective. We have the Page of Cups in the upright and the hopes of fears. I have the Six of Wands in the upright. That's progress, journeys. I have the King of Wands in reverse. Hanged Man in the upright. Seven of Cups in the upright. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Things are very up in the air about your security at the moment. In order to kind of tap in a little bit better, here's the thing, something like, and this is another like element with my collective, something like genuinely bad happened to a lot of people in this particular group. And I'm not sure why. I have the, you know, horribly emotionally and potentially physically traumatized group, but I do. And there's a difference between recognizing, oh, that was wrong, it was unfair, and getting caught in the nothing good ever happens for me energy. Watch that just a little bit. I have the Eight of Wands in reverse with the Three of Wands in the upright, the Four of Wands in the upright, Knight of Swords in the upright as well. Lots of progress being made. I'm just going to take these. Here we go. Nine of Swords in the upright. Five of Swords in the upright. Lots of conflict energy. King of Cups in reverse. That is often a narcissist. With the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. Well, there's some communication. I don't think it's bad. I think, if anything, I think that this is Two Swords in the upright. Ace of Cups in reverse. There is a communication from somebody who has been in a little bit of denial about the state of your relationship. Now, relationship does not mean romance. I do have this as a male figure. It doesn't have to be. Gender, of course, is just kind of a construct. Particularly in tarot. There's something that's bothering me about this. Yeah. Okay. So somebody in your life is going to do their very best to start some crap with you. And you're not going to go for it. And in fact, everything turns out exceptionally well for you. Expect this person to kind of try to involve you in feeling sorry for them. It's somebody who you don't have any reason to feel sorry for them, but they're trying to manipulate you into feeling sorry for them. And I think there's a circumstance in their life that you get a communication about it. Okay. I've been getting this hostilities card just kind of constantly, and I have the Five of Swords up there as well. There is and here's the King, the man holding a heart, which is the same thing as the King of Cups. That is in reverse. That's my card for sociopaths and narcissists. Not always sociopaths, almost always narcissists. This is a strange energy. Somebody tries to make you feel guilty next week because of something that has happened in their life. They're going to try and put leverage on you, pressure on you to back off of something. To back off of something. Because of something that's going on in their life. And you're going to, it looks to me, blinded to pain. Tell them no. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. That's the right decision, according to these cards. That person is trying to exploit something that has happened. And to their advantage. And they're claiming feelings that they don't really have about a situation in order to try and manipulate you in a conflict. Dragon's Lair, cleaning house. Listen, One of the true tests of character is not how we treat somebody we like, because it's very easy to treat people we like well, but how we treat someone we do not like is considered a mark of character. Remember, whatever this person is up to, you can be compassionate towards whatever is going on in their life and not surrender any of your own rights or own gains. Someone's trying to take advantage of your better nature next week. And it's because they've had a piece of bad news, and they're going to try and make you feel guilty for continuing to, like, apparently engage them in something despite the fact that they've had some bad news. And don't. They really are trying to pull your strings. They're trying to make you feel pity for them. And here's the thing, even if something bad has happened to them and it is genuinely something that stirs your compassion, it does not erase the past. It just doesn't erase the past. And we've all done things we're ashamed of. Every single person does. That's not what this is. This was a pattern. This was like a long campaign of somebody, and you're in a conflict with them trying to resolve it. They're going to have a spot of bad news, and it's not something tragic, it's just bad news. And they are going to be of like, how could you when such and such is going on? And you kind of like just dig in. They're so cold-blooded, they're trying to exploit something that would lay other people low in order to try and make you do something. So just be aware of that. Somebody's going to be very underhanded in their dealings with you. You can still like hold your ground and be appropriately self-protective. And you will find it actually a little bit funny, it looks like. We have free yourself, flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Make the effort, and then codependency. See, there's something with that. And why do empaths have so many codependent relationships? First of all, you can still have a relationship with somebody that you have had a codependent relationship with. It's a good idea to like be separate while you do that, but you can simply heal the codependency issues, which comes, when essentially you are an independent person. When you are kind of not attached to a relationship as defining your worth. Somebody's trying to take advantage of your better nature by trying to make you feel sorry for them, even though they were in the wrong in something. And what I'm getting here is that you are not going to budge. And they're really, really going to turn up the guilt on you. Hold your ground on that. Hold your ground on that. First of all, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. That's a narcissist card where they can only truly think of themselves. They don't really possess empathy at any real level. And that person is apparently trying to make you feel as if you're doing something wrong because you have not immediately surrendered and backed away because they happen to be in some form of pain. You don't need to. You didn't cause the pain. And whatever that conflict is about, apparently they caused pain to you. Just because they have something additional going on in their life does not negate that. So there's some gamesmanship around next week in protecting yourself. There's some gamesmanship around the way this person will be behaving. Kind of just let it, express sympathy for whatever that is, but don't let it determine anything in a already established negotiation, conflict, situation in which it looks like you're trying to get your just due. That's what it looks like. And they are going to kind of attempt to... They've had something go wrong. And they're going to they know you're a very sympathetic person. That's the Four of Pentacles in reverse. That is somebody with an open heart chakra. They know that you have this very tender heart. And they're going to try and make you do something. Page of Pentacles in the upright, Chariot in the upright. In order to kind of get one over on you. That's all it is. Somebody is trying to use a set of personal circumstances that in any other situation would cause you to kind of back away in deference to what they may be going through. And this is saying, please don't. Continue going forward. Continue going forward. You're going to second guess yourself. You're going to wonder if you really have done something wrong. You have not. You have not. No matter what is happening to them in the present, there is still apparently something to be reckoned with, and there needs to be a reckoning from the past. And what a strange Spirit Guide Weekly we're having. There's a lot of conflict and a lot of need to be self-protective and self-caring. And then this is the group that didn't get anything about doing something fun. Apparently you need to be on your toes. And remember, it is always appropriate to protect yourself appropriately. And even if that person is in some way suffering, you're not responsible for that. And there's still something that needs to be resolved. That was what was in here and on the table. And just, you're a softie. You're a softie. And they kind of know it. Don't let them exploit that. If you like this reading, please hit the subscription button. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button as well. If you'd like to book me for a private reading, there's going to be information on how to do that in just a moment. And then the description box down below contains a link to my website that has all my prices, and I'd love a chance to read for you in real life. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week. And just don't let that person pull the wool over your eyes. They're really, like, they're going to lean in on, like, who are you? I don't even know you. Remember, it's deliberate, and they don't actually feel things as deeply as they're claiming, okay? I'll see you next week. Welcome back. If you chose candle number 4, pile number 4, this is your candle, this is your reading, and I gotta tell you, this has been a strange ride already. Okay, I've got Crown of Success for this last candle. It is gold. Most of everything else had to do with essentially energetic preparation for Samhain and Halloween, and then I did do just one card that had to do with our finances. I skipped romance this week. Let's see. We've got Moonlight in the upright. That is, first of all, blue moon. The Halloween full moon is the blue moon. That's also intuition. We have slow and steady. Oh, patience, patience, flow. Go with the flow as water trickles down a stream. Do not hurry. Take your time, slow and steady. Whoa, all right. Respect the process as part of that. Triumph of lies is the shadow work. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Okay. Intuition and manifestation. Milestone. Live life to the fullest. Live your bliss. Oh, fun. Apparently, there is increase next week. Slow and steady. That is like not expecting everything to happen overnight. Remember, you're in sometimes the middle of a journey, not at the end. You're at the beginning of a journey, not at the end. Remember, it's important to kind of just go through every moment of life looking for something that is good in it and not wishing it was gone so you could get to the thing that you think you want. Because once you get there, it's very temporary. It's there in a flash and it's gone. It's better to try and enjoy the moments of time as they pass. All right, let's get going. This is the Selima deck. We're going here. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. I have the Empress in the upright. Jeepers, that's landed there, I think, in 3 different pulls. 6 of Cups in the upright. Okay. 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 Nine of Cups in reverse. I have the Queen of Cups in reverse. That's intuition as well. I have the High Priestess in reverse. 2 of Cups in the upright. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I am very fond of this depiction of the 2 of Cups. It's just very light and bright. I have the King of Cups in the upright. Oh, what's going on here? Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups in the upright. I think that's how it would go down. Either way, it's going to be fine. That's the Hopes and Fears versus one of the outcome cards. Here we go. Page of Cups in the upright. New beginnings, that's nice. Successful new beginnings. Potentially in relationships. Queen of Wands in reverse. Five of Swords in reverse. Four of Pentacles in the upright. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Wands in the upright. 10, 10. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a good portal type of energy. That's a completion energy. Stress around your financial security. With the Four of Cups in reverse, opportunities coming to you with choices. Queen of Swords in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. The World in reverse. Interesting. 10 of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse. A lot of clarity surrounding what looks like an ending of sorts. This Empress is like it can be, you know, in some incarnations, it's your mom. In fact, I have two cards that indicate that there might be something up with your mother next week. If your mother's around and you have a relationship with her, apparently there is some communication regarding your relationship. And I'm not close to my mom, so that's part of the reason I'm stumbling over that. I'm like, how do I even say that? Something is going on, apparently, with your mother, and she's going to be in touch with that. That's not going to hold true for everybody. And let's get the rest of the read here, too, as well. There is a lot of clarity to be had in a connection. It is a Two of Cups connection. It can be a business one, but there's a lot of romance energy around this as well. You have been in a period of lockdown when it comes to that. Like, and I use that intentionally. You have not had a lot going on in that area. Storm warning, appreciation, broken heart. I kind of don't want to say this part, but I think you might be getting word that somebody that you have known in the past, and I don't think it's a particularly close connection, and I don't think they were a young person, anxiety, action, rest and rejuvenation. Okay, I'm super sorry about this, but I've kind of known it since that card combination went down. Listen, you might be getting word about the loss of someone who is no longer with us. And I don't think it's a tragedy, and I don't think it's a heartbreaking situation for you. It just sounds like, and it looks like maybe it's your mom who conveys it. Tells you, and I'm not getting a very dramatic sense around it. Think, hey, that neighbor that you used to love to go to her, she had this full-size candy bars at Halloween or something. It might be you learned about that person no longer being with us, having died. I'm not positive on that, but there's strange energy around a communication that is a little bit painful, and it does have a lot of endings attached to it. It's not mournful, though. It's not mournful. So try to remember that part. Free yourself and flirt. I'm picking this back up because this came out in the exact same. It's such a good week. It's such a good week. There's good progress in, particularly if you've been looking for a job, there's really good progress. It looks like there may be an offer coming your way. But there is sad news, and sad, not heartbreaking, sad news sometime next week. And again, the way spirit guides work is that normally it will take 3 to 4 weeks to manifest. It's not always within that date range. They just want you to become aware. Here's the funny thing. I think this is next week. It's possible that all I'm seeing is the whole, the veil is thinnest and you'll be able to contact those who have passed. I don't get that feeling. Unrequited love has been all over the place too. Make the effort, is safe for you to love, playfulness, honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of the holiday time together, and children. Your love life is being affected by children. That's formative damage. Unrequited love has been on this all over the place. And can it be that hey, you're interested in somebody who's not in love with you? Of course it can. Am I getting that sense? No, not even close. This could be that energy that has been, and I live for the day that this person shows up and is like, guess what, I lied to you, because I'm tired of having it in my reading. And I'm being a little bit facetious. The only reason being is that for the love of God, person, like, speak your truth. Somebody here has a situation, and it's likely multiples because that's the way these things work. You have a situation in which somebody that you were very hopeful about told you no, there's no way, never. Or I don't feel that way about you, or I can't feel that way about you. And they were not telling you the truth. And that just keeps coming up over and over and over again, suggesting that the universe really, really wants you to know that that's the case. But it did something to you. It did something to you. And you have a lot of self-doubt because of it. Even if you never end up with that person, the universe wants you to know they really, really, really did not tell you the truth. And I have to assume, the Lovers in reverse, the Empress and the Upright, I have to assume Hierophant in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that the reason it keeps coming up is that it's going to be important within that relationship. And that Two of Cups energy in the internal influence, Seven of Swords in reverse, a lie being made clear. I wish this would just get itself over with. Clearly, group that has the person who did not tell you the truth about their feelings for you. Apparently, they will be resolving that. It's not necessarily when they're first in contact. It's not necessarily when they're first in contact. And I think you keep being told that because the other message that keeps coming through is you have somebody, and it could be a twin flame connection, who will return to your life, and it is a friendship. It's a friendship. As apparently, like, everybody involved is healing from a variety of things, including, in some instances, abuse and codependency. And the guides are trying to let you know that, yes, there is that underlying issue. Don't press on that yet. Don't press on that yet. But they want you to be aware of it simply because it hurt you so much. It just hurt you so much that you've been very altered by it. And that's not, they're not being blamed for that. You're not being blamed for that. It's just, it looks like that person is coming back into your life and there's something wrong and they need your help. And it looks to me, we've got your higher self as well. It looks to me like your guides are asking that you set that aside and not let that be like, hey, you rejected me. Not let that be the guiding star in the relationship. Like, you have a deep and abiding love for this person. Apparently they have it for you as well. For whatever reason, they did something, they lied. And they need your love and support, and they need it in a platonic fashion because something has happened for them. And your guides are just saying, please consider giving of your love to this person, even though they essentially did something wrong. They hurt you. They didn't mean to, and it's not going to be forever, and it's going to get cleared up. But now is not quite the right time. And it's not something to bring up either. It's not something, because that person will withdraw. That's why. If you bring it up, that person will leave your life again because they feel really bad about it. They feel really bad about it. But they can't yet. They can't yet. I think it's why they lied to you in the first place. There was a lot that made them not a suitable partner. And they think so highly of you, just so highly of you. They lied because they thought it was the right thing. But they are energetically connected to you, and it devastated you. And they know that. They know that. And they actually really need your friendship. Wait for them to come to you. And when they do what you want. You are in charge of your own life. But your guides are kind of saying, hey, back burner that. That's not the right time for this. and you're actually doing okay. And twin flames, because this is a twin flame thing, mirror each other. They have a devastating pain to try and heal from. And they trust you. They trust you. And your guides are trying to make you aware of, listen, still not the time yet. That person's not healed. Give of yourself to them without the expectation of a romantic love at this particular time. It doesn't mean it never becomes one. In fact, almost everything points to it. Yeah, 2 of Cups in the upright, that's your person. But it's not right now, because twin flames can never be together until such time as they have addressed the things they are meant to heal in this lifetime. And what happened was, you weren't ready when they lied to you, and they knew it, and they also knew that they weren't going to be good for you. And then they haven't ever cleared it up, because there's this whole laundry list of reasons why they don't think that you could ever be with them. They can't forget you, and when they're in pain, they want to talk to you so much, but they don't want to hurt you. They don't want to hurt you any more than they already have. So kind of what you're being asked to do is, if you have it within you, and you do because you love this person so much, be their friend. Be their friend. The rest is coming. The rest is coming. It's a challenging connection, twin flames. It's beautiful, but challenging. And this person, they have a broken heart, and they need you. And it's not from another person, I don't think. It's from all of the things they have to overcome, and they're not sure they're strong enough, and they need your strength, but it's exceptionally important that it is not as a romantic partner, or else you will both fall back into an energy that you've been trying to overcome. And I do think this is your partner and your person on the other side of that healing. I do. And it's possible it will develop into, like, friends with benefits type of things. I don't know that. But what I do know from the cards is that this person, you're solace. You are solace to them. And they feel really weird about asking for it, because they know how badly they hurt you. And you're just asked to be aware. You're actually going to know how to handle this. But understand that just because it's like a friendly overture, that's not going to define your relationship for all time. The truth is going to come out eventually. It has to come out when it's best for everybody involved, and now is not that time. But you love this person like to the marrow of your bones, and they feel the same about you, but it is a complicated and conflicted energy. So just be aware of that. I'm not sure, like the twin flame group was like, I will get in here no matter what, so they came through on the money one. There was almost nothing about money other than, oh look, a card for success. Apparently you're going to have like a really good week, and there's a potential job, but please be aware, be on your toes. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, maybe next week, you have somebody coming back into your life, and they need-based love is codependency. And that's why it can't be a romance yet. They actually need your help. And it has to be as friends, or else it will fall and drag you back into codependency as well. I'm sorry, I really, really am. All I ever want to do is tell people, hey, you're winning the lottery, and that person you love, they love you right back. They're going to be there tomorrow. I want to. We're in a strange period where we're all trying to level up emotionally and spiritually and in an energetic manner. And I'm not sure what it's for, but I know that it's important. So some of these get a little bit like, hey, we're spinning our wheels on stuff. And we are. But that relationship has importance for your life's purpose. And it's not just about a romance, it's purpose. So thank you for joining me. If you liked this reading, please hit the thumbs up button, and please don't forget to subscribe. If you'd like to book me for a private reading, there's going to be an insert in a moment with all the information on how to contact me. I'd love a chance to read for you in real life. You're a really good friend to people. You're a really, really good friend. And you have overwhelming love for this person. And you can have it and just keep it in the friend zone for everybody's well-being. Here's the thing, when that person comes to you, they're going to be vulnerable. Your guides are saying 100%, if you bring it up, they're going to cave. They're going to cave and be like, no, I think you're the love of my life. I'm so sorry. And they won't be able to heal. Because they're not ready. You really kind of are, but they're not. I'm so sorry. I will see you next week. Thank you for joining me.